All right, we are finally back.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Continental Championship.
Tonight, a former world champion is actually challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. Last year, on this exact date, actually, this man was challenging, facing John Cena and defending the World Heavyweight Championship. On that night, he lost. Will things be different tonight? Will he become Intercontinental Champion against Chris Falkon? Or is Falkon going to put him where he believes he belongs, in a retirement home? That's what Falkon has said he is going to do to Randy Orton. Randy Orton chooses to argue otherwise. And tonight, Randy has a chance to prove he's still got it. Washington, D.C. You gotta think this is a high-stakes match, ladies and gentlemen. We are outside tonight. I want to remind you, it is 86 degrees here in Washington, D.C. Feels like 90. We are at a 52% humidity, so you gotta think these guys are most certainly gonna be getting tired, gonna be getting worn out, gonna be exhausted as this match goes on, because like we said, they're sitting here wrestling outside in the humidity, in the heat. But you can sure bet that this title means enough that to them, it's all going to be worth it. At the end of the day, we will find out, will it be the Falcon or will it be the Viper? Washington, D.C. singing along with with Randy Orton's music. And I think Orton's hearing those voices, especially those of the BCW universe, and I think he knows exactly what he's got to do tonight if he wants to walk out Intercontinental Champion. Falcon has what? I think 8 defenses. Correct me again if I'm wrong, Chris. I believe he's defended 8 times. I believe this to be his 9th title defense. He beat Shawn Spears on Friday. Randy Orton. Again, it's a little bit of a change of scenery for him. Oh, this is defense 7. I underestimated you before, now I overestimated you. Okay. This is defense number 7. Sorry, I was wrong. Get a better memory. Randy Orton, again, change of scenery. Assuming last year he was a world championship match. Falcon with the Intercontinental Championship. Marching down the aisleway. Yet he calls himself the King of 2026. Believes this is this is his year. He's done a pretty well job at showing that as of now, at least. He's had a pretty successful year, I'll say. He defended at WrestleMania against Damian Priest in his home state of Indiana. But tonight he's in D.C. going head-to-head with Randy Orton. I gotta say, this will probably be the toughest defense Falcon has to go through yet. Of course, he's beating names like Sheamus, Ricochet, Joshua Popham, Brody King, Damian Priest, and Shawn Spears. We're going to head to Mike Rome. We're going to get more into that later for our title introductions. title high. He knows what this match means. He's passing over the title. Randy Orton sees what might be his by the end of the night very well. Again, Randy Orton is a legend, a guaranteed Hall of Famer. He goes head to head with Chris Falkon. And instantly Falkon tries to rush at him. Randy's out of the way. Randy's better scouted than that. Stomp to the arm. You gotta think Randy has veteran instincts. This man has been in the industry for over 20 years at this point. The midsection of Falkon. Nope, Falkon able to fight back though. Falkon may not have nearly as much experience as the Viper, but he certainly has enough to fight back tonight. Submission lock stitched in here. Shots to the ribs. Go backbreaker. And then a clothesline to the back of the neck. And I'm going to run at Chris, but the knee fails to connect. You see Falkon able to get out of the way. Kick to the midsection. Spun around. Oh, good God. Kind of a late sword, but throwing him into it. Slide under. Nope, clothesline from Randy. Get Orton. So much history, so much legacy. Son of Cowboy Bob Orton. Go, clothesline. And again, and again, and again. Not done, I don't think. Yet a final blow. Orton back up to his feet, being forced up, though, sent into the corner. Nope. DDT. Big punch to Chris. Now running the rope, corner to corner. Clothesline. Throws him aside here. And clothesline to the back of the neck again. Orton's putting up a good fight against Falkon tonight. We know Falkon, of course, has a rematch clause, seeing as this is his 7th title defense. Calls Chris up. Big punch there from off the middle rope. Well, Falkon out of the way. Again, that backbreaker and clothesline from Randy Orton. Randy is not letting off here. Falkon definitely having to fight back here. I think you gotta wonder maybe a little bit of a worry starting to creep in here for Falkon. German suplex from Randy into the cover. Shoulders are down. No, kick out before even the count of 2. Still only at a 1 count. Falcon's back up. Grabbing a hold of Orton, sent to the ropes. This very well may be the biggest match in the career of Chris Falkon to date. No, Falcon's able to fight out of it here. Throws him over. Leg drop from Chris. Looking around, arm slam into the mat. Gonna call the Viper to his feet. Kick to the midsection, combo strikes here. Big punches. It has it from behind. Kind of a suplex. Kind of a fisherman suplex in a way. One arm underhook, if anything. Now from corner to corner. Big splash. The Viper out of the way. Drop kick from Randy. I see him targeting that leg, twisting at it. Good God. And now the elbow into it. Goodness. That's true. I didn't even take that into consideration. Stomps to the fingers. Going up to the top rope. You see Falkon roll out of the ring. Randy Orton not going to let off. No, the double axe handle fails to connect. He's lost the match before. Up onto the shoulders he goes. Drops against that apron there. Lifted up to his feet, count of 2. Orton gonna fight back and oh good God, I think Chris might have just hit the steps. I think Falkon might have hit the steps. But Falcon's right back up. Not gonna let that end things here. Gonna throw Randy across ringside, grabbing a hold of Orton. Big sidewalk slam, count of 6. We gotta get back in the ring. The Intercontinental title's on the line. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to stand in the count out. 8, off the top rope, big splash from Falkon, gonna break the official's count at 8. Gonna restart it back down to 1. Oh, RKO, fails to connect Falkon out of the way. Out of nowhere, that would have ended things, I think. I think that very well could have ended things had that connected. However, Falkon was able to bounce out of the way, using his hands to stop his head from connecting with the ground. Oh man, my heart dropped. I thought the Viper just ended things. No, boots off the chest to Falkon to get out of the way. And now mounting him with those big punches from Orton. Oh man, he's hearing those voices again of the BCW universe. They're telling him what he needs to do. Big punch, no, forearm from Falkon. Lifted up, no, able to get out of the way, rolls through, DDT from Randy Orton. Stomp to the head now. No, Falkon fights back. You see him here, has a hold of that arm, has a wrist lock, trapped behind the back now. Wait a minute, elbow to the jaw, gets out of it. And again, that clothesline fails to connect. You see Chris Falkon with the reversal, just sweeping his leg and slamming him down. Now Chris to the middle rope. Big leg drop from Falkon. And into the cover to the Viper. Shoulders are down. And Randy's kicking out at 2. We're going to see if Chris Falkon can kill the Legend Killer. I'd argue Randy a legend himself now. I don't think that's really an argument even. I don't think that's much of a debate. He's certainly a legend himself. Now stomping in the face of Orton. Oh, Randy playing it kind of smart, rolling into the corner there. You see him taking a chance to regroup. Now Falcon's going to taunt a little bit. Big forearm from Chris. Not letting off the gas here. Wait a minute, kick from Randy Orton. Might have been playing possum a little bit there. Orton now, once again going to mount him with those big punches from Randy. Oh, Chris rolling into the corner himself now. Orton's not letting off here. No, elbow from Chris. Is able to get out of the way. Randy Orton sent back into the corner. A phenomenal match this has been. Randy pulls the hair. What's he have in mind? Uppercut to the back of the neck. And now you see him dragging him away from that bottom rope. You got to wonder why. Obviously trying to stop a rope break for something. But is he going to go for the cover? Maybe not quite yet. Flipping him over onto his back. Uh-oh. You see Chris is out of the way. RKO out of nowhere. Into the cover. No. Falkon kicked out. That RKO came from absolutely nowhere. Hydrate for moments, guys. And now those stomps from Randy, vintage Orton here. And now calling him back up. Chris stays. Chris is confused. RKO once again from Randy. Into the cover. Shoulders are no. And Chris is still in it. I thought that was the end of the reign there. What a match. What a match, man. These guys are not letting go here. Now you see Randy doing something he doesn't do often. He does not usually leave the soles of his boots, going to the top rope. You see Chris, who's stumbling. He's dazed. He's confused. Jumping at him with a double axe handle. Gets caught. Backbreaker from Chris. You gotta think maybe it really is the year of Falkon knee to the rib cage. That was a brutal knee. Now Randy out of the way, clothesline back into the corner. I think if he can get one more big move, I certainly believe he can put Falkon away tonight. But he may not get that chance as Falkon continues to not let go here. Oh God, wait a minute, he might have an elevator. Oh, Boston Crab kind of maneuver. And Randy might have nowhere to go. Wait a minute, sweeps the leg. He's able to get out of it, that lower back. We know Randy has a ton of history with an injured back. And now Falkon's gonna take advantage. Falkon arrow. Pulls him down into the cover. Shoulders are down. And no! Orton is still in it. How? How is he still here? How is he still alive? And now Falkon's gonna go for it one more time. One couldn't do it, but two certainly can. 1, 2, 3.